Hello my creative friends. Today I'm going to share with you a quick tip on how to get the circle inside of the square. Normally when I want to do that, I'll take my circle punch it out, then I'll take my square punch and I'll center the circle inside of the square as best I can, and just kind of eyeball it, and then punch that out. And what you end up with is this circle inside of a square. The problem is, on this card I was making today, I started with these crepe paper flowers, and when I punched out the circle that fit just a little bit larger than the flowers, I found out I didn't have a square big enough, a square punch big enough. So I had to make my own squares. This technique will work with any size square just about that you have, but for this card what I used was 1 3/4 inch. So what you need to do is take a square the same size as you want for your card, and you're going to make a template. And it doesn't really matter what you use, but I would use a thinner paper rather than a cardstock, so either the designer series paper or even just some copy paper, printer paper. Fold your square in half, open it up, fold it in half again, and I don't know if you'll even be able to see it on the camera, but in person you'll be able to see the crease marks that makes. The next thing you're going to do is take the circle that you want, and I used a 1 1/4 inch circle for this card and a post-it note. I have these post-it notes that I don't know what it's called, but it has post-it over almost the entire, almost the entire sheet. There's just this little bit to pull it off, and I find this is really nice for using on my paper, but you don't need that. You just need to make sure that when you punch on the sticky part. So just stick your post-it note into the punch out your circle, and then you're going to do the same thing with the circle that you did with the square. So you're going to fold it in half, open it up, and fold it in half the opposite direction. And to do that, you're just lining up the 2 crease lines from the circle. Okay, are you asking why did we do that? Well, what I'm doing is I'm finding the center point of both my square and my circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the crease lines, the horizontal crease lines going this way on both the circle and the square. But I'm also going to line up the vertical lines going this way. So it'll be lined up this way, it'll be lined up this way, and that way they'll both be in the center. It's a little bit too small to fit easily into my circle punch and still have something to hold on to. So I'm going to use another little post-it note, and I'm just going to stick this on as my handle. So this helps me get it into my punch. So now all we have to do is to get the circle back into the circle punch, and you line it up, making sure that you've got the entire circle in there and you can't see the DSP through, the paper through, and just punch. And as you can see, we got a circle inside of the square. So you can see on this card what I did was I just popped this up with a little bit of dimensionals and stuck my flower in the center. And actually the flower is popped up on dimensionals too. This is a very popped up card. So pretty simple. Take your template, fold it in half, fold it in half. Take the shape you want, fold it in half, fold it in half. Line up your center points, and then punch it out. And you'll have a centered square every time. I hope you found this tip helpful today, and I hope you find some time today to get a little creative. Thank you for joining me. Bye.